Memang pasti atau jelas yang laluan Shah Alam tidak akan dibuka pada tahun ini. Sesi hari ini diadakan untuk memberikan gambaran menyeluruh tentang status projek, termasuk cabaran yang sedang tengah ditangani serta perkembangan terkini daripada pasukan projek SU LRT 3 dan Prasarana. Ini selaras dengan komitmen Prasarana untuk memastikan pematuhan dan keterusan dalam pelaksanaan serta kemaskini projek.
It's my honor today to present to you the status of LRT3 progress at the moment. I'm Patrick from Setia Utama LRT3. I'm the project director of these projects. We just want to update the current status of the fog free run is ongoing at the moment. Currently, the fog free run has officially commenced for this project at 26 August 2025. And the mileage target for the fog-free run for this project, the requirement set by the regulator is that the first golden train itself had to complete 4,000 kilometer mileage, and the subsequent 5 trains to complete 3,000 each, and the remaining train 2,500 kms. At the moment, the physical facility works for the station, depot, and all other civil works have obtained certificate of completion and compliance. Similar for this building as well, these stations, Shah Alam stadiums, it had completed fully and it obtained the CCC as well. During the past 2.5 months when we do the testing, we have found that the signaling software instability, and then we encountered 33 error and glitches during rigorous testing cycle, which mainly are software related. We do have some of it is hardware related by the CRRC as well. A specific issue like the train failed to dot accurately at the station platforms, the train unable to depart from the station platforms that require interventions from the OCCs, or train door unable to open automatically and require OCC interventions. The above glitches happen once in a while only, when the train had accumulated maybe more than 1,000 kilometers or sometimes even more than 2,000 kilometers. But these glitches will require a particular train mileage to be reset zero for the FFR. That means if this glitch happens, that train under the fog-free run testing had to reset zero and we run back again. Therefore, the signal software at the moment is still quite unstable and require further enhancement to meet the operation reliability standards. As of today's, we have completed the first golden train, then achieved the 4,000 kilometers requirements. An additional 3 trains also have achieved 3,000 kilometers, and reflecting the steady progress in meeting the regulator mileage standard and overall the fleet readiness. What is our priority at the moment? Our priority is that the authority have prioritized the stress testing in order to have a safe and reliable rail system. And we have enhanced the testing scope. The tests will now be conducted with a higher intensity over a longer periods. And this include more stringent inspections of all LRT3 systems, including safety feature and individual trains functionalities. The objective is to identify this potential issue early and prevent any failure after the system is open to public. Because if, let's say, the train door not open at the platform, that car, it's quite inconvenient to the public when you open the things, even though it happens once in a while. That's why all these things we try to flush it out during all this rigorous testing at this moment. And the next step, what we try to do now is Siemens, the signaling system, and CRRC, the rolling stock, they all have affirmed with us and with their commitment together with us, with the clients, in resolving all the issues identified during this testing period. Full closure of these items is essential in meeting regulatory requirements and safety standards and to ensure the system stability and reliability and overall compliance as well. And as you can see, once we completed the fault-free run, then we will proceed with the trial run and subsequent to trial operations. After trial operations, the engineer report will be done in order for us to apply the operating licensing application to APAD. And once the operating license applications have been obtained, then the line will be open to public, then in the revenue service dates.
Bahawa berdasarkan kemas kini sebentar tadi, memang pasti atau jelas yang laluan Shah Alam tidak akan dibuka pada tahun ini. Adalah penting untuk kami tegaskan bahawa pihak Prasarana telah mengambil tindakan sewajarnya dan melaksanakan langkah remedi seperti yang diperuntukkan dalam kontrak bagi memastikan pematuhan dan accountability dalam pelaksanaan projek sentiasa terpelihara. Penetapan tarikh pembukaan laluan ini adalah tertakluk kepada hasil keputusan testing and commissioning. Saya teruskan dengan pembentangan ke atas kesiapsiagaan operasi. Untuk makluman semua, laluan Shah Alam memerlukan lebih kurang 855 tenaga kerja bagi operasi, penyelenggaraan dan juga sokongan. Setakat November 2025, kami sudah mencapai 93% tenaga kerja. Bagi operasi dan penyelenggaraan, kami berada pada tahap 94% ataupun 94%, manakala kumpulan sokongan sekarang berada pada 84%. Secara keseluruhannya, struktur pasukan kita hampir lengkap dan bersiap sedia untuk masuk ke fasa seterusnya. Bagi komponen latihan, dari segi latihan yang seperti mana yang saya maklumkan, jurulatih dalaman kami telah mengikuti latihan yang dijadualkan oleh pengeluar peralatan asal ataupun OEM dan telah mencapai tahap 99.3% setakat November 2025. Latihan yang dijalankan oleh OEM ini berkonsepkan latihan pengajar utama atau key instructor training. Tujuannya ialah melengkapkan individu dengan kemahiran, kaedah penyampaian dan pengetahuan yang diperlukan untuk melaksanakan sesi latihan yang berkesan dan menarik kepada peserta-peserta lain. Perkataan ini bukan sekadar memberi tumpuan kepada kepakaran kandungan, tetapi juga kepada kemahiran dalam seni dan kaedah mengajar yang diperlukan untuk memudah cara pembelajaran dan memastikan pengekalan ilmu secara berterusan. Untuk latihan tenaga kerja bagi semua staf operasi dan penyelenggaraan, kita juga berada pada tahap yang amat membanggakan, iaitu 99.3% setakat November 2025. Ini bermaksud dari sudut kompetensi, pasukan kita telah bersedia untuk mengendalikan sistem dengan selamat dan efisien. Bagi permohonan lesen pengendali rel dan lesen operasi, terdapat 24 dokumen utama yang telah perlu disiapkan. Dan setakat November 2025, kemajuan keseluruhan berada pada 81.3%. So sebagaimana yang telah dijelaskan oleh Mr. Patrick just now, so there will be a stage where we have to submit our application to APAD for their approval for us to proceed with the RSD, Revenue Service Day, which at this point in time we are on track. So we're just waiting for the testing and commissioning documents to be completed before we submit to APAD. Kami juga sedang memperkemaskan baki dokumen sebagaimana saya maklumkan tadi sebelum percubaan operasi dijalankan. Ini adalah keperluan penting dan pasukan bekerja rapat dengan pengawal selia untuk memastikan semuanya berjalan dengan lancar. Kami juga telah menjalankan latihan amal pelan tindakan kecemasan ERP, Emergency Response Plan, bersama agensi penyelamat dan pihak berkaitan. Latihan ini memastikan semua kita akan tahu prosedur sebenar sekiranya berlaku insiden dan respons kita dapat diselaraskan dengan cepat dan juga berkesan. Hasil latihan menunjukkan tahap kesiapsiagaan keselamatan yang baik, satu perkara yang kami amat tekankan sebelum laluan dibuka. Ini adalah salah satu mandatory requirement by APAD for us to conduct this ERP, so which has successfully completed recently. Jika dilihat secara keseluruhan, Rapid Rail telah mencapai lebih 90% kesiapsiagaan, merangkumi tenaga kerja, latihan, dokumentasi dan keselamatan. Selain latihan wajib, Rapid Rail turut melaksanakan pelbagai inisiatif tambahan untuk memperkukuhkan kemahiran operasi dan teknikal. Ini termasuklah pendedahan staf-staf kita melalui on-job training, latihan pengurusan orang ramai secara semasa acara besar-besaran di laluan-laluan rail yang lain. So, penglibatan terus dalam proses pengujian dan pengesahan sistem seperti sistem integration test, fault free run, trial run dan pemeriksaan cermat akhir. So, staf operasi juga telah ditempatkan di stesen-stesen laluan Shah Alam dan diberi masa berada di dalam train bagi membiasakan diri dengan persekatan operasi sebenar sebelum laluan dibuka.
What we are doing now when we do the testing for the software itself, I think it requires us to run a long period of time, long period of kilometers of mileage for the train itself in order for us to identify what is the problem with itself. But a lot of times when we just run, let's say 100 kilometers or 200 kilometers, we encounter there's no problems with it. There's no issue with the door can open, it can stop accurately like that. But when we do this for 2,000 kilometers, especially the golden train of 4,000 kilometers itself, then it may happen once when we really reach 2,000 kilometers that the door don't open, it don't stop accurately like that. This is all these minor glitches in the software parts that had to be identified and had to be done that resolved by issuing the software patch itself in order to address this manner. But without running the train to this extensive testing, we're not able to identify this problem because when issue happen like the door or open, then we will have the train data log itself to analyze. But what really went wrong over here? Why only this occasion it happens, but most of the time it don't happen at all? And this is data is being collected throughout this period of time. And I think at this stage, like we say that we have successfully completed the golden train of 4,000 kilometers. That means a lot of these issues have been resolved, but now we may still have one or two coming in, and we believe we are at the right track to get all this resolved and to get all this teething problem, teething issue of the software to be resolved as well. Of course, we have a full commitments, full support from the Siemens, from our CRRC as well in order to help us to achieve all this. Thank you.
My second question, sorry. Would it be prudent at this time to get another system experts to take over or at least troubleshoot?
At the moment, I think we are very close to complete the fault-free runs really, because I think the most challenging thing is to achieve the first golden train of 4,000 kilometers, and that has been successfully completed in November, in last month, and now we are going towards to the remaining train as well. Okay, and at the moment we believe that we are at the right tracks that going toward to achieve this, and to get another system guy to go and troubleshoot that kind of thing, I don't think it's at the moment, because we also have the independent safety guy do the assessment for a project like things. They are involved in assessing our software reliability, and their input is being considered as well. That's why part of it we have to do all this enhanced testing to improvise it. At the moment, we believe we are at the right tracks to get this thing done and move forward from here already. Okay? And we are very close there. Like I said, the most challenging part of the golden train that we achieved, and subsequently we also have achieved number of trains that achieved 3,000 kilometers as well. For Setia Utama LRT3, we are the main turnkey contractor for this LRT3 projects. And for the rolling stock, the train set is being supplied and manufactured by CRRC Chuzhou. Okay? And for the signaling system itself is by Siemens and Rasma corporations.
And my second question is who is actually responsible for the much delayed LRT train out of all these involved parties, and would it eventually increase the cost of the construction of LRT train? Thank you.
So I can answer on the second part in terms of the cost. Since this is a turnkey project, so it's actually fixed cost. So on our side, as Prasarana, there won't be any additional cost. Yeah. What is your first question?
Who is responsible for this very much delayed LRT train?
Okay, I think for the railroad project, what we always believe, I think we need to deliver a very safe, reliable, and stable system as well. And if we can't satisfy ourselves, and I don't think that is a good idea, we just rush and push the system out and get it open to public. At the moment, throughout this testing that for the last 2.5 months, we go through it to reduce FFR, we do find all these teething problems. That's why we ourselves, together with Prasarana itself, we think that it's really crucial for us to go to enhance the testing as well. And we shouldn't be just for the sake of opening up the line and just put it all through. We believe that we need to address all these teething problems, even though like the issue the door don't open, that kind of thing. It may not be related to unsafe line, but it creates a very troublesome to the passenger experience. If you want to come down to this station and the door don't open itself, then you have to go to the next station, come back again. That is an issue we don't want to be experiencing as well. That's why we think that these kind of things that we want to do in a proper and right way, at least to deliver a not only safe but reliable and stable system itself. That's why we decided to enhance the thing and prolong the testing as well at this moment.
Okay, so next.
In total, we had 22 train sets to go through all the FFR, the fault-free run tests, and we had, like I say, we have achieved the golden train 4,000. We achieved another 3 sets for 3,000, and we still have a balance 18 set to go. That is currently ongoing on the running to accumulate the mileage. That each individual train is run independently, and then all the things have to address it accordingly. At the moment, it's still ongoing. We are expecting and at the same time try to resolve with the rigorous testing and accounting. We hopefully that by end of January we should be completing all the train set of FFR testing. But we will give another updates by middle of next month on our actual progress during the times.
Ada soalan seterusnya?
Jangkaan buka tadi.
Jangkaan.
Lepas
So, sebagaimana saya maklumkan tadi, setakat hari ini kita perlu memastikan tester commissioning berjalan dengan baik, dan kita akan pastikan, kita harap by mid-January kita akan dapat pengesahan dari segi lebih jelas, dari segi certainty of the revenue service rate for this line. So at this point in time, saya sebagai wakil Prasarana, kami masih belum lagi jelas sehingga sebagaimana Mr. Patrick just now mentioned, in terms of the patches of the software dan sebagainya, itu telah dibuat testing yang sebaiknya before kita announce in terms of the new operation date lah for Shah lah. So by mid January kita akan ada satu lagi sidang media untuk berikan maklum balas terkini berkenaan dengan kesiapsiagaan operasi bagi Shah Alam Line.
Is it possible of Q1 or Q2?
Buat masa ni memang kami perlu pastikan sistem signaling yang sebagaimana kita maklum tadi stable. So kalau sistem tak stable, quarter 1, quarter 2 pun masih lagi menjadi tanya-tanya kan. So kita pastikan stability dulu kepada software dan sebagainya, dan harapnya pada bulan Januari nanti kami akan memberikan maklum balas yang terkini lah mengenai kesiapsiagaan operasi insya-Allah.
I think the lesson learned from our side over here is that I think the reliability, stability of the software, even the integration with the rolling stock, that kind of things, not only on the signaling side, on the rolling stock side, that is important that we test it rigorously, and then at the extended period of times, instead of overly optimistic that this timeline can be achieved as well, because the bugs of the features in the software itself sometimes is very unpredictable, and then when you find, you need time to analyze, you need time to find the root cause before the software patches can be introduced to resolve this matter. And a lot of time that it requires a lot of runs that accumulating, when you accumulate a lot of mileage, a lot of runs, the data or how it customized to this line particularly by itself, that required for us to study and to customize it in the software itself to address the issue. Okay? It may not be as a generic product that just put in, it has to be customized in the particular project as well. I think it is always better in future that a more rigorous testing, more longer time period is being allowed for to go through this testing as well. I think Siemens, as our subcontractor itself, they are always very supporting to our project. I think they are fully supported to us and assisting us and helping us to resolve the issue. And I think so far the support even from local, from Germany's side, that kind of thing is very positive, and then that is a good part for it. That's why I think throughout the last 2.5 months when we started our testing itself, yes, we do encounter challenges and problems over here, but I can say that most of it have been resolved promptly, and with around-the-clock support from the Germany side as well. And that's why it has been proven that subsequently we achieved the most difficult potent train of 4,000 as well. If without that support, I don't think that it will happen as well last month. That's why I believe that the whole testing of FFR, we are moving in the right directions, and hopefully that's by next month we should be finishing it. Okay, if we compare the current requirements set internally in Malaysia, for example, 4,000 kilometers for the fault free run itself, just like I said, we compare to the regional in Singapore, that kind of thing. So Singapore, they don't have such a thing of fault free runs. Before every train being rolled out to the line, they just need to do a trial run, maybe about 1,000 kilometers only. And everything is fine, they start running already. What we believe, what we are setting here by our authority, even by our clients over here, I think we are setting a higher standards even compared to a lot of global standards as well. And it's good that, for example, let's say even previously, earlier line, that kind of thing, sometimes the door don't opens occasionally. It's not a big deal. We can still run the train. The passenger can go. The only thing, it may just create this inconvenience to passengers itself, because it just the door don't open, then he had to go to the next station, disembark and come back again. But it happens just once in a while, maybe once in every 1 week, something like that. It will be very rare occasion as well. But to us over here, when we do our fault free run in this case, we don't even want to see this kind of thing to happen as well. And then the standards and the bar have been raised at a very high levels. And we think it's good as well, because we don't want to have that kind of bad passenger experience to be given when we open the line. And that's why we need a longer time for us to run the train, to collect the data, and to further improvise, enhance the software itself to address all the glitches. And that is what we've been doing for the last 2.5 months as well, and with the support from CRRC and Siemens, that kind of thing. I think we are moving well. That's why we have successfully completed 4,000 kilometers. Yeah.
Thank you.
Confirmation.
As per today, 33 that we identified at the last 2.5 months. That 33, in fact, we have a solution to that already. Most of it have been resolved, and the software patch been done. But after every software we have been resolved by the software patch, we still need to continue to do the testing to monitor whether the solutions, the patch itself is reliable or not. And that is the process we are doing now. Okay? And at the moment, on record, all these 33 whether we have resolved it, and there is a solution to that have been addressed as well. But we still need to go through that rigorous testing to prove that our solution, our patch itself, it works.
Tadi since berdepan dengan software glitch, adakah sistem LRT 3 ni dia tak sama dengan LRT macam Kelana Jaya Lane ataupun tempat lain?
Okay, untuk soalan tersebut, sebagaimana yang mungkin masing-masing mengetahui, sistem yang signaling currently kita telah engage dengan Siemens punya sistem. So at this point in time, for the other lines, kita menggunakan sistem-sistem berbeza. So ini adalah pertama kali sebenarnya kita menggunakan sistem signaling berlandaskan Siemens punya software lah. Yeah. So yang lain tu tidak menggunakan sistem yang sama.
Okay, Hani, silakan Cik.
Hi, Faika from NST. Just would like to ask, what did the Ministry of Transportation say about this delay, and are they urging Prasarana to complete it by next year? Thank you.
So for information of media, so we actually update YB Minister on weekly basis, the status. And if we have urgent or ad hoc, very difficult situations, we actually have a closed sessions specifically to update YB Minister. So it's actually not on weekly, sometimes we have 2 times a week, so depending on the status of the project. So yes, definitely that the government wants these projects to be start earliest possible. But definitely we want to make sure that the safety, reliability of the operations is at our utmost priority. So I think they understand the current situation very well, and for us actually to execute immediately in terms of the resolution of all these issues or errors. So I think in this sense, so I think the government always want us to complete very urgently, but at the same time not to compromise in terms of safety and reliability of the operations.
I'm Zifeng. Hello. I'm Zifeng from Hsinchu. I want to know what kind of data do you refer to to make your launch prediction? Because previously said open on September and then delayed to October and then December and then now become mid-January. So may I know what kind of data you refer to this? Yeah.
Because when earlier we planned our testing timeline, we anticipate, yes, we do anticipate that certain problem may arise, okay? And then at the same time it's served based on the per kilometer things, where we're expecting this, let's say the for free run will be finishing within 2 months. But apparently when we run this for free run, we encounter more issues, more glitches than what we expected. And a lot of times that have been required to find a solution to it as well. And then subsequent to that as well, due to that, we also, because of the numerous findings and the solution to that, we also have decided with Prasarana itself to enhance further testing itself, just to make sure the thing don't go wrong during operations. And that I believe is crucial for us to ensure we have a safe and reliability systems. That's why subsequently I think the timeline getting longer, because we ourselves also set the bar higher a bit in order for us to achieve a better result for that.
Sorry, last question from me. I promise. Okay. In regards to the deadlines, okay, the deadlines for rollout set by the Transport Ministry, is it inconsistent with the technical requirements of the LRT 3 punya system? Is it inconsistent? Can you confirm that?
So I think you're probably referring to 31st December 2025, right? So in actual fact, based on, as Patrick mentioned just now, based on our initial target, based on the everything goes well as per timeline. So normally we have dedicated or kind of like the timeline for every stage. So this is also referring to our previous project like MRT, Putrajaya, Kajang Line. So based on that, I think it's actually it's consistent with the initial target. So, but it's just that because of all these glitches that discovered during the FFR, of which we did not initially anticipate. So hence the initial revenue service date has been postponed to a later date. So it's not considered as not inconsistent or inconsistent because we have been updating Minister on weekly basis on the status of the project. Yeah.